What it is, welcome back. It's your guy Retro Neoness again, and we're here to talk about the latest Neo Geo controller from 8BitDo, the Neo Geo Controller. This was basically a replica of the Neo Geo CD controller, and this bad boy is nice. The micro switches are super clicky. Actually, I've done the pairing and testing against my traditional Neo Geo CD controller, and I don't know, this one may have it beat in terms of the micro switch department. But overall, compatibility to other devices, Switch, Steam Deck, Xbox, all these things, is it worth it? Yes and no. I'll leave that up for you to decide. Do the controls work good? Is it a good controller to play your classic Neo Geo games with, or other games? Well, I had a chance and opportunity to test out a couple of Neo Geo games on my Steam Deck, and I have to tell you, the input commands for some of the special moves were flawless. So I might be inclined to say so, but you tell me. Let's check out the unboxing. The 8BitDo SNK Neo Geo controller, and I went ahead and got the USB wireless adapter too. Box looks good. I mean, came from Amazon, so I'm pretty sure many of you now have probably seen videos online for this controller, but let's go ahead, crack it open, and check it out. Right, so let's take a look here. Controller. Ooh, those micro switches. That feels good. Buttons feel good. And then the L and R, that feels good too. So we've got a little button here. On the back, we got 2.4 gig and a Bluetooth. So inside the box, we've got the wireless books, some manuals and stuff. Got a little USB to USB-C, and then we've got the little wireless connector thing piece here, which is cool. And then we also have the USB-C cord, so that looks good, all that stuff. All right, well, let's compare it against a Neo Geo CD controller. So here's the original controller, and micro switches on mine are a little loose. So off camera here, of course, the 8BitDo Neo Geo CD. So a little bit more clicky here. In terms of color, let's see here. Black, but it probably doesn't come up on camera, but this one seems a little bit more gray. The finish here is roughly the same. Buttons are layout is virtually the same. But yeah, of course not on the top. You don't have the L and R buttons, but just the standard. In terms of the weight, I mean, you've got a little bit more technology involved inside here to make it wireless, but this feels really good. Actually, a lot better than I thought. So I actually ordered the Terry Bogard edition. I'm a big fan of Terry, King of Fighters 97, and I don't have the other one, so I actually ordered just a plain black one that would look very similar to this. Amazon still hasn't sent that out. Shame, shame, shame. Why didn't they both come at the same time? I don't understand that. This looks good. Looks really good. Let's do some testing. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see what this plays. I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna try this on the Steam Deck, and I'm also gonna see if I can work this, if I can actually utilize this on the Xbox, because I have some Neo Geo games that I downloaded, the ACA games that were like $5 or $7 on the Xbox. Let me see if this plays and see if we can play some games on that. All right, so we've got the Steam Deck out. We've got the controller. I've paired this off screen. Got it all paired up. There are some firmware updates for both of these. Now I am utilizing the USB wireless adapter 2, so this is different from the one that comes with this, right? So the original adapter that comes with it, so the original is the 8BitDo. This is the one that originally comes with the controller. This is the newer version that supposedly you can do with Xbox. Now I messed with the Xbox quite a bit to try to get it to pair. It did not work. So I'm going to keep doing some due diligence on the back end to see if I can play Mark of the Wolves or something like that on the Xbox utilizing this controller. So we're going to keep doing that. But let's go ahead and boot up the Steam Deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this into my dock here. Just plug this in the back and see if that registers. I also need to turn this on, so I'll hold this down, and as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that green button there. It is in. Oh, so that works. Sweet. Okay, let's give it a shot. So let's do a practice mode. Okay, so that's different. So it's basically playing it as a second player. So that's a... Okay. So we got light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick. So that's all correct. All right. Ooh, man. The controls are really good with this. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh my God. The response on this is amazing. So it is really good. Like the controls, I mean, this is even better. This is better than the traditional Neo Geo CD. I didn't think I was gonna, man. That is crazy. Ooh-wee, I like this controller, y'all. This is amazing. Let's try a story mode real quick. Oh yeah, I like this, y'all. This is really nice. And the Terry is raised. I think it's got a layer of, let's see. Yeah, there's like a thin layer of clear coat over the top of this. So if you're one that wears down your controllers a lot, sweaty palms, all that stuff, I think you're going to be in good shape here. Man, this controller, I like this. I need to figure out how to get this to work on the Xbox. But overall, is it worth it? This is really good. The micro switches are super clicky. The button here, really good. I like this a lot. We got a winner. Terry and Terry. We got the 97 Terry. And we got the Garo Terry. So, yeah, I'm digging this. Okay, so overall, the 8BitDo SNK Neo Geo controller. Do I like it? Yes. Are there pros and cons? Yes. Let's go over the pros real quick. The clicky buttons, micro switches are on par with the classic controller that you'll find in the old school controllers, which I think is a plus. Button configurations are better than that of the controllers that you found on the new Neo Geo Minis. I actually like this one a lot better, and you also get the L and R triggers at the top. So if you're playing other fighting games, etc., that are 6 buttons, this one can accommodate definitely for those. Also, the artwork, yeah, it's a little pixelated, but it's using King of Fighters 97. On this particular version, I don't have the black traditional classic version. I'm still waiting for that to come in the mail. All I got was Terry. I didn't get Mai, I didn't get any of the other ones, but Terry's one of my favorite characters in all of SNK. I definitely wanted to get this one for the collection. And I definitely want to continue using this as well. Now, some of the cons. I'll tell you this, the configurations for updating the software, there wasn't a lot of instructions in the booklets that they gave me within the boxes to actually do that. Look at a couple of YouTube videos, look online, go to the website and do that. But after I got the firmware updates, I was finally able to connect the dongle and the controller together. However, was I able to get it to work on my Xbox? No, I was not. Kind of unfortunate. Now, I do understand that on the box it says Windows, meaning PC, Android, and then of course Neo Geo Mini, but I have heard cases where we're being able to play on the Switch, etc. I didn't test it on the Switch, but it worked flawlessly on my Steam Deck and played great. Also, just for giggles, I tried testing it on my MVSX arcade console. Of course, that didn't come out as planned, and the controls weren't doable on the USB port on the back, so there's neither here nor there. In the future, I would definitely like to see a further update firmware where we're able to play on some of the other modern consoles, where we can actually play some of the classic games that we found on Neo Geo Garo, Mark of the Wolves, King of Fighters, etc., it would be nice to be able to play with a classic controller just like this one, because this controller is actually pretty solid. It is very sturdy, it's got a good weight in the hand, and the button configurations are good. However, because of the limited compatibility that we have with certain devices, yeah, I don't play any fighting games on my PC, and unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen a wireless dongle connection to where we could have connected this to a classic Neo Geo AES console. This would have been an incredible controller to add to the classic console, and I think it was a missed opportunity. Now, I don't know if it's licensing issues between SNK and 8BitDo. I have no idea. But if this, in the future, if they want this to gain some traction in Steam amongst collectors, amongst gamers, let's increase the compatibility with other devices, consoles, etc., and we'd be happy. Overall, conditions great, button configurations are awesome. Would I recommend it? There's two things I'm going to recommend this for. One, the comfort and controls, A+. The micro switches and getting that on par with what you saw on the classic controllers, A+. Compatibility department with certain devices, I'm going to give that a C-. Unfortunately, it just doesn't connect to enough consoles right now for me to say, hey, this is definitely a go out and buy. Now, if you are a huge collector of Neo Geo games, especially the fighting games like King of Fighters, etc., then you definitely have to have this in your collection. And mind you, for those of you that are emulating out there and that you're using your PC, etc., your Steam Deck, what have you, this is the perfect controller for you. If you have a Neo Geo Mini, this is a perfect controller for you. For those of us that want to branch out and utilize other consoles like the Neo Geo AES, Xbox, and some of the others, I guess we're just gonna have to wait, and hopefully there's gonna be a new update that's going to allow us to play those games on those consoles. Otherwise, we're gonna be stuck to what it was built for on the box, which was Windows, Android, and Neo Geo Mini. But other than that, great design, good controller, happy to have it in the collection. Hey, until next time, collect and play the way you want to collect and play, and I will check you next time. Peace.